We are live at Coletco for tonight's Facebook record sale. When you are on and watching, be sure to let us know. We would greatly appreciate it. You can also share this feed. Craig's the first comment. Love to see it. I'm actually sharing it right now. I'm copying the link. I'm going to our Instagram and I'm going to post it in our story. And there's that. And let me post link. And all caps, live now, exclamation point. And done. That's done. Now let me go over here to Restream chat. And we're good to go. All right. So first thing we're starting with tonight, I'm going to let everybody get on first, but the first thing we're going to start with tonight is a bin of putbacks. So that way we're not asked about it 1,000 times. We're going to go ahead and knock them out right now. I went through non-payments. I went through non-payments, I guess, on, when did I do that? Sunday night, I guess. I believe it was Sunday night, so I went through non-payments and pulled a bunch of stuff people hadn't paid for, right, April? And these are my final decision. I went ahead and canceled the order. So we have a pretty unique selection of new vinyl. Some Doug orders come in, so for the people who like Doug stuff that I'm not as familiar with, then you can be watching very intensely. It's a lot. Usually, you'll know if it's something I ordered because it's probably something I already know, and I'm more familiar with it. But stuff Doug orders, I'm like, what is this? But I know most of y'all probably know what it is. Me so much? Probably not. So we're going to start with this bin of putbacks. Just be patient on the Siamese Dream, but I will say just be ready to claim it, okay? Because I've got to wait for somebody to reply. We had one name left on that waiting list. If he says he doesn't want it, then we may have three as available of those tonight for sale. But it's not going to be put up for auction. We've only got a few of them. It's non-payments or people put them back, found out they already had one, got one for a birthday gift, got one for a Father's Day gift, got one for a graduation present, whichever it may be. So these are all non-payments or putbacks, and some of these still have the invoices attached to them. So give me a second to detach all this, and we'll sell this stuff one at a time. There's new stuff in here, and there's OG stuff in here. Journey, live in Houston, 2 LP. That is new and sealed. A pretty new release, too. That's from their Escape Tour, 1981. That's a new live 2 LP Journey album. That is $38.99. We sold a ton of those, and we still got them in stock. Journey is $38.99. So, putbacks, there's new stuff in here. There's OG stuff in here, etc., etc. Ozzy, Black Rain. Ozzy Osbourne, Black Rain. 2 LP, another fairly new reissue for the first time on vinyl. That is $39.99. Ozzy, Black Rain, $39.99. Oasis, live at Nebworth. Oasis, live at Nebworth. I think this is 3 or 4 LPs. This is 3 LP, Oasis, live at Nebworth, $56.99. Oasis is $56.99. 3 LP live, Oasis, $56.99. Neil Young, Harvest Moon. That's a gatefold, also a 2 LP. Neil Young, Harvest Moon, $33.99. First sale of the night goes to Mr. Colin West. Colin, hadn't seen your name in a while. I know you're probably out on the road traveling, but Ozzy is yours. Thank you. First sale of the night goes to Colin. If anybody else wants a Black Rain, I've still got multiple of those in stock. We also got No More Tears in stock. Mastodon, Hush and Grim. Mastodon, I believe, is clear vinyl. It is 2 LPs on clear vinyl. Mastodon, Hush and Grim is $37.99. Merciful Fate. Merciful Fate, Dead Again, $38.99. Merciful Fate, Dead Again, $38.99. Neil Young is $33.99, Shane McKinney. $33.99 on Neil Young, Harvest Moon. Gatefold, 2 LP. That is one of the few Neil Young albums that's digital, and it was recorded digital, so there is no analog of that. Merciful Fate, I think this is self-titled. Black with white edge marbled vinyl, $30.99. Merciful Fate, that's self-titled. Jeffrey Walker, I see you on Merciful Fate. I'm going to give you that one, and just because we showed another one, I will ask if you want this one as well. I'll give you dibs on that one. This looks like an OG record. It is. It's Bay City Rollers in shrink wrap. Bay City Rollers, $9.99, $9.99. Next is Merciful Fate. This is Return of the Vampire, the rare and unreleased on clear with blue smoke marbled vinyl, $30.99. So we got 3 Merciful Fates now. Crowbar, 0 and below. Crowbar, 0 and below, $31.99. Limited edition, A-side, B-side, sky blue, gray, and white, $31.99. Crowbar. If you're just joining us, we are doing putbacks and non-payments. Putbacks and non-payments. Jeffrey Walker put Merciful Fate again, and he was still first. So, Jeffrey, I for sure got one pulled for you, and now there's 2 others in here. You can just let me know which of the Merciful Fates you want. Looks like we got self-titled and Vampire, so just let me know on those. They are yours if you want it. Helmet, live and rare. Helmet, live and rare, that's $33.99. This actually just came back in stock. So I have this one that didn't get paid for from back in March, and then we have 2 more in the new arrival bins tonight. So that's Helmet, live and rare, $33.99. Here's the original invoice for all the stuff we're reselling. This is an OG record. This is Rod Stewart, Smiler, $14.99. So Jeffrey, I've got you down for that first Merciful Fate, and I've got you down for this one. I've got you down for this one, Jeffrey. So this is the only one I don't have you down for, this self-titled album here. Let's see. Rod Stewart, Smiler is $14.99. Chris, Bay City Rollers was $9.99. Seth, have you had a good birthday? Seth has said it is Seth's birthday today only. It is his birthday. And he is celebrating by helping us keep records in alphabetical order. And he would rather be here than anywhere else, I promise you. So, happy birthday, Seth. Bon Jovi. This is $67. That's what it sold for at auction. $67. Bon Jovi live on tour. Breakout, Runaway, Tokyo Road, and Wanted Dead or Alive. This is a non-payment auction record. Bon Jovi, $67. If anybody wants it, it's $67. If not, we'll re-auction it at some other point. There may be somebody wanting it right now that was the backup bidder at $66. Bon Jovi is $67. White Line. This is $49.99. Shrink wrap and hype sticker. White Line, $49.99. Seth had a lot of fun at Waffle House. When was that picture taken? I don't know. That picture was probably taken, 4 years ago at least. I tried finding the worst possible picture of them I had, which there were some that was a little bit worse, but Michael Ling, first to White Line. Michael Ling, first to White Line. Is Mastodon clear? Yes, it is. Sorry, let me get through the happy birthday comments. Not that I'm not ignoring them, but I can't read them all off. Seth can get on and read them. Right, Seth? Oh, Seth's reading them right now. He says, thanks, everybody, for the happy birthday wishes. Okay, Michael Ling was first to White Line. Mastodon is clear vinyl. Mastodon is clear vinyl. $37.99, Shane. Yes. Tillman Smoot, you were next on White Line, and Woods Felix, you were third. Sanatorium. Uh-oh, this is a Metallica. I think this sold at auction. Let me check on this. We may just have to re-auction this thing. Is it? Let's just auction this. Yeah, I think this sold at auction. So first we got Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi is $39.99, 7,800 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's auction off this Metallica. Shane McKinney said he will take the Mastodon. Shane McKinney's in on the Mastodon. This Metallica is a live boot. It is Sanatorium, March 8th, 1989. It is 2 LPs. It is an unofficial, of course. It has some nudity on the back. And it's a 1989 After Hours, Nassau Coliseum, 1989. $45 start. Metallica Sanatorium, $45 start. Looks like we've ultrasonically cleaned it, and it looks really nice. So that was from back 1st of May, it looks like. $45 start on Metallica. Just to keep things interesting, we will put that up for auction right back here in the background. Next is Robin Walker takes the Bon Jovi. And Robin, in case you missed it, I just gave you 7,800 degrees Fahrenheit. I still have this. Is this Japanese? I don't think this is Japanese. It's definitely not US. This is Australian, by the way. This Bon Jovi is Australian release. Ozzy, Blizzard of Oz. This is only $21.99. Ozzy, Blizzard of Oz. That is the silver vinyl of Red Swirls. $21.99 on Ozzy. $21.99. Jeff Helton's at $45 on the Metallica in the back. Anthrax is $30. Anthrax is $30. This was sold at auction. It is sealed. It's sold for $30 at auction. If anybody else wants it, Anthrax is $30. Kevin Taves wants an Ozzy, and so does Marty Ellis. The good thing about these Ozzies is I still got them on the shelf. Let me go grab a couple more just in case. Ozzy, where are you, Ozzies? Do I have any more? I do. There's one, and there's another, just in case we need another one for later, unless one's sold since I've walked over here. Nope, just Marty. So there's one for Marty. $21.99. I've got this one, I think one or two more on my shelf. This was an on-sale price originally. I think y'all remember when this was still an import and it was like $44.99. We sold a bunch for $44.99. Then they had way too many of them, and now they're just they're $21.99 is what they are now. So, okay, next is Tiffany. Tiffany is $17.99. Tiffany is $17.99. Shrink wrap and hype sticker. Tracks on Metallica. Jeff, and I've got you right now at $45 on this. Blackened, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Sanatorium, Welcome Home, Four Horsemen, Harvester of Sorrow, Eye of the Beholder, the bass solo, Master of Puppets 1, Seek and Destroy, and Justice for All, Creeping Death, Fade to Black, guitar solo, Little Wing, Battery, Helpless, Last Caress, and My Evil Whiplash. Wow, that is a great, I would love to have been at that. 1989. I wasn't even thought of. Kenneth is at 47. 47. Joseph Zucker takes the Anthrax. Tanner, that was $30 on the Anthrax 8. Let me get some of these sheets cleared up before I have a mess over here. All these invoices I got to get tax refunds on. Next is, if you're just joining us, we're doing non-payments and putbacks. First thing tonight. Talking Heads. Trying to find the price. $29.99. Talking Heads, more songs about buildings and food. And that is $29.99. $29.99. Anyone else feel crushed with years when Chad said he wasn't born in '89? I know. I'd like to have been. I missed out on some good shows. Luckily, Metallica's still together. They're performing. They're all in great health. I think they all get along well. So hopefully I can see Metallica many, many more times. I think if they play within a 200-mile radius anytime from as long as I'm still alive and going, I'm probably going to go see them. I mean, I know some people who have seen them dozens of times. So I'm gonna jump on that board next time they're close again. Jeff Helton, 51. Did I miss anything else? I don't think so. Talking Heads was $29.99. Another copy of Ozzy Black Rain. Why did we have so many of these put back? Because when we had a pre-order, I think we pre-sold like 58 of these. When we have that many pre-sold, there's always something. Either somebody finds out they don't want it, they bought it somewhere else, and they forgot they had one pre-ordered with us. So that's why we had a couple of those. There's absolutely nothing wrong with them. We just sold so many of them. Well, there's always, if we pre-sell close to 50 or something, there's always going to be some kind of problem. Rob, I've already sold Anthrax, and Paul Brothers, you get Tiffany. Paul Brothers, you get Tiffany. Next is Sex Packets, Digital Underground. Sex Packets, Digital Underground. That is $36.99. Clear blue vinyl, 2 LP. Clear blue vinyl, Sex Packets. And I think that has the song, The Humpty Dance. I think that's their big hit. Sex Packets. Next is an OG record. It is Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix, The Legend, is $29.99. Jimi Hendrix, The Legend, is $29.99. Richard Bedford wants Digital Underground. Richard Bedford wants Digital Underground. He was first to that, and it's already sold. Kyle, that's already sold unless I have another one over here on my shelf, which I don't think I do. Let me check my hip-hop section right quick. I used to have a bunch of those over here. I think they're all gone now. They are. They are all gone now. But while I'm over here, I just found something I've been meaning to put on sale. So let me grab that. I've been meaning to put these on sale. I have a Snoop Dogg album on sale. Snoop Dogg Bush. The on sale price is $19.99, and this is on clear or just blue vinyl. Snoop Dogg Bush, $19.99. I have 3 of those. Snoop Dogg Bush, $19.99. That is on sale if anybody wants it. The last record I showed was Jimi Hendrix, Snoop Dogg, and John Cougar Mellencamp, Rockin' the USA. This is a 12-inch single promo, $14.99. John Cougar Mellencamp, Rockin' the USA. That is $14.99. Pristine, gold stamp promo, John Cougar Mellencamp. Same thing with Journey. We sold so many Journeys, we was bound to have a couple people put them back. $38.99. That was the first record I showed in the bin. Journey live in Houston, 1981. That is $38.99. I think that was a comment about Sex Packets. I think he was saying they were the freaks of the industry. Rob Scheffler wants a Snoop Dogg, I believe, SD. Snoop Dogg, Tanner, those are $19.99. I have 2 left. By the way, Metallica back here is up for auction. It's a 2 LP. I'm going to call it a vintage unofficial. Nothing new. It's from probably the late 80s, early 90s. And Jeff Helton's at $51 on it. Jeff Helton's at $51. Sanatorium. Great track list. The Pretenders. This is, I will honor the on sale price, which was $50. Y'all remember that night I said, if I can sell 5 of these, we would do them for $50. Well, this guy was one of those people who claimed one, and of course he didn't pay for it. $50 on the Pretenders MoFi. Mick said, take JM, John Mellencamp. Sell that to Mick LaFoot. I knew something was up with that guy's account. His profile picture was, see, he was an Office character. No, his, give me a second. Get ready for all the Office characters to start rolling into the comments. Aaron Gardner takes a Snoop Dogg, $19.99. Colin West was first to the Pretenders. Shane McKinney, I still got these in stock, and if anybody else wants one, I will honor that price of $50 if anybody else wants one, because I've just got a few left. That's Collins, and Shane, we'll get you one too. $50, not Dwight, Jim, or Creed. It was, oh my gosh. Let's just forget about it for a second. Prince. Prince is $24.99. This is a new sealed copy of Dirty Mind. $24.99. New sealed copy of Dirty Mind. Melvin's Working with God. This was on sale for $21.99. Paul Bill also wants a Pretender, so we got Shane with one and Paul for one. Do you have those over there in that bin? They should be. Okay, Tanner's pulling those right now. No, not Michael Scott. It's okay, I'm going to describe them. Give me a second. Try not to get too sidetracked too early in the sale. Aleister Crowley. Aleister Crowley is $19.99. That was the on sale price. On sale price. This is on sale and not paid for. David Bowie, The Man Who Sold the World. $24.99. Picture disc with poster. This is Fanny Charity Ball. And we sold this for $4.99. $4.99. Fanny Charity Ball. That is $4.99 if anybody wants it. Chris Gleason gets the Bowie. Todd Packer. That's it. Scott Snee wins. Packer. The guy's profile picture was Todd Packer. And when he was buying all this stuff, I was like, this has got to be a scam. Chris Gleason. Yeah. I was going to say he's the bald, perverted guy, but that would have been, then everybody would have known. I was trying to figure it out by myself. Chris Gleason gets David Bowie. Fanny Charity Ball was $4.99. The new Commander Cody band. I sold this for $7 to Packer. If anybody else wants it, you can have it for the same price. At one time, we had this marked $39.99. It is sealed. Commander Cody, $7. Mick says he will take Fanny, and Tanner, that goes down for $4.99. That is sold to Mick LaFoot. April Wine Power Play. April Wine Power Play. This was sticker price, $14.99. $14.99. $14.99. Kevin takes VOFY. Cody. Okay, Commander Cody. That is $7 to Kevin Tays. $7. I'm glad I'm selling these to people that I know, because I know y'all are going to pay for them. April Wine, another one, and this is the last of the Todd Packer order. April Wine Animal Grace is $14.99. Did I do some kind of deal on those maybe? I did. I sold both April Wines for $9.99. Now somebody's definitely going to take them. I did a bundle deal on those that night. It was late. Todd Packer was on buying a bunch of stuff, a.k.a. Clint Taylor. His account got deleted, whoever it was. That account no longer exists anymore. Chris Farrar wants Prince, and I'm assuming, Chris, you want Dirty Minds. Brandon, the birthday boy, is right here behind me. He is on his phone. Same thing. Same thing as usual. UFO Fawcett. UFO Fawcett is a 2LP 2021 remaster, and that is $29.99. 2LP clear vinyl, that is $29.99. Chris Farrar wants Prince. Marty Ellis said, I'll take it. And I'm assuming, Marty, you wanted the 2 April Wine records for $9.99? 2 April Wine records for $9.99. If so, those are sold to you. We're almost through. If you just joined us, can you check messages and see if Steve Merkel's got back with us?
I think he passed.
Okay. Marty Ellis did want the April Wine bundle. Okay, so both those April Wines are $9.99 to Marty Ellis. All right. We have UFO, $29.99. Call them Metallica. Yes, sorry, Jeff. Thank you for reminding me. This is sold to Jeff Helton for $51. Sold to Jeff Helton for $51. And we have UFO. We have a Motorhead picture disc. This was on sale for $26.99. $26.99. Let me get this invoice sheet off of it. Motorhead is $26.99. Motorhead England 78 picture disc, $26.99. Andrew Sansbarino takes the Motorhead picture disc. Andrew, that's sold to you, $26.99. That was the on sale price. And we have a Tenacious D, the Pick of Destiny. Tenacious D, the Pick of Destiny, $28.99. $28.99 for Tenacious D. We also have the Outlaws, Wanted. That's a VG Plus, $14.99. And Kiss Dynasty, which is one of our most recent records that was put back this week. $33.99. Kiss Dynasty. I sold a ton of those too. $33.99. Quick flip through this bin. If you just joined us, first bin of the night. These are all non-payments or putbacks. Journey Live in Houston, $38.99. New and sealed. Oasis Nebworth, $56.99. New and sealed. Richard Bedford wants Kiss Dynasty. Sold to Richard Bedford. And Jeffrey Blivens takes the Outlaws, which is Waylon Willie, Jesse Coulter, and Tom Paul Glasser. Oasis, those are both new and sealed. So is Neil Young Harvest Moon, $33.99. Neil Young Harvest Moon. Bay City Rollers, $9.99. Mick, I've already sold the April Wine bundle. Marty was first, then Greg, and then you would be third on it. Merciful Fate, last one left in the bin, $30.99. That's new and sealed. clear vinyl or marbled vinyl. Crowbar, 0 and below. Crowbar was $31.99. That's also colored vinyl. Helmet, live and rare, is $33.99. Rod Stewart Smiler, that is vintage. So those are all new and sealed so far, except Bay City Rollers, Rod Stewart, and this Bon Jovi, which is a Australian release. Well, this sold it. I know we can sell this tonight, no problem. It sold at auction originally for $67. Would anybody start Bon Jovi at $50? It says limited edition 4-track EP with poster and cloth patch. Now I can't recall if those items were in there. This sold for $67. We can restart it at $50 if anybody. Let me see what's in here. Bay City Roller sold to Chris Gleason. Let me pull that. I know the disc is pristine. I think this came from one of my Japanese distributors originally. There's the Bon Jovi poster. There's the poster. $50 start. We already sold it once for $67. And does it have the cloth patch? I don't see a cloth patch in here. The track, it's Breakout, Runaway, Tokyo Road, and Wanted Dead or Alive. Unless the cloth patch is hidden somewhere, I don't see it. I bet that's hard to find. But $50 start on that. Like I said, it didn't get paid for. I wish we had a better way of keeping track who was backup bidders. Some things I remember, especially on really, really expensive stuff. I remember who's next just in case, so we write it down just in case that person backs out or doesn't pay. But this, I don't remember. Plus, it was from a while back. So I'll put that back here. You can consider it for a $50 start. Ozzy, we already sold 2, but just a reminder, we got colored vinyl Blizzard of Oz, $21.99. Talking Heads was $29.99. Ozzy Black Rain, $39.99. That's a vintage record. Jimi Hendrix The Legend, it is $29.99. Did I pull Bay City Rollers? I didn't. That's Chris Gleason's Bay City Rollers. Sold to Chris. Snoop Dogg's on sale. Last one I have left, $19.99. Last one I have. Another Journey. That is $38.99. Melvin's is $21.99. Aleister Crowley is $19.99. UFO was $29.99, and Tenacious D is $28.99. Harvest Moon for $30. 9 times out of 10, I wouldn't do that, but since this is a non-payment, I will go ahead and sell you that for $30. I think I've got a couple more of those left in stock if anybody else wants one for $30. To Shane McKinney or anyone else. Rod Stewart track list. The Rod Stewart Smiler track list is Sweet Little Rock and Roller, Lochinvar, Farewell Sailor, Bring It On Home to Me, You Send Me. Those are Sam Cooke songs. I don't know who originally wrote them. I know Sam Cooke made them famous. Let Me Be Your Car, You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman. Dixie Toot, Heart Road, I've Grown Accustomed to Her Face, Girl from the North Country, Mine or Me. These sounds like a lot of cover songs. I don't know if this is a covers album or what was the deal with Smiler. Derek Vaughn wants Tenacious D. Of course, that other song was an Aretha Franklin track. All right. What are we showing first? Well, let me show these. So we no longer have anyone left on this wait list. So these are now available for sale. They are $99.99. I have 2 copies of Siamese Dream Smashing Pumpkins. They are $99.99. These are either didn't get paid for or, yeah, both of these didn't get paid for. $99.99. I have 2 available. I don't think these do. No, these are pristine. Scott Fish wants one. And I have 1 left. They're $99.99. We sold exactly 48. I thought I sold 50. Now we've sold 48. Now here is number 50. Siamese Dream, this one showed to Shane McKinney. So Scott Fish got 1. Shane McKinney. Randy Davis. Randy, I have a exorbitant amount of those on a back order. So we will put your name down for that, but something a little bit more expensive. If they happen to come back in stock, let's say next week, then I will contact you and let you know. All right, let me get a new crate of something. Also, I can do it, but I got to have these back 3 crates back here, so I have a table to lay auction records. I'll do that though. I got to have a platform. We got a lot of stuff to auction tonight. Randy Davis. So we'll make a new Siamese dream with Randy Davis. All right. Let's start. We can put anybody who wants to be on a waiting list down. We may have a melancholy available, but we have well, no, we probably won't. We have a big waiting list for melancholy, don't we? Yeah. Huge. I'm going to go through this crate. Okay, April? All right. Records are heavy. Records are heavy. I almost said healthy. They're healthy, too. All right. What do all the little symbols after our names mean? I don't see that. I think you're seeing something we don't. Oh, okay, yeah. That's group badges, like you follow our page or you comment a lot, top fan, different things like that. I got this backwards. I do. I've got this backwards. Let me turn this around. All right, first record is Crash Test Dummies. God Shuffled His Feet. Crash Test Dummies, $36.99. God Shuffled His feet. $36.99. Wow, I can't say that one. Crash Test Dummies. God Shuffled His Feet, $26.99. Helmet. I told y'all this came back in stock this week. Helmet Live and Rare, $33.99 for Helmet Live and Rare. These are all new arrivals for this week. Violent Films. This is a craft recording, a craft pressing, which means it is really, really good quality. And we have sold a bunch of these. If you don't have one of these, you are missing out. Violent Film, self-titled, and this is the craft pressing, $34.99. Paul Brothers wants Crash Test Dummy. Crash Test Dummy to Paul Brothers. And I think that's all I see so far. Paul Brothers helmet. Of course, I've only shown 3 records. Violent Films is $34.99. Promise and the Chocolate Factory. And this is a twisted reimagining of the 71 classic on chocolate brown vinyl. $29.99. $29.99. Is CSD 36 or 26. Crash Test Dummies is $26.99. Jeff, $26.99. And Promise and the Chocolate Factory is $29.99. Yes, the sex packet's sold. That is sold. Pixies Doolittle. This is the first record we have a list for. Pixies Doolittle is $34.99. I've already got one pulled for George Buchanan, Sean George, and Jerry Stone. Pixies Doolittle, $34.99. And I've already got one pulled for George Buchanan, Sean George, and Jerry Stone. Mad Season, Above. Mad Season is $44.99. Music on vinyl. This is a emergency restock because we were starting to get low again, which is Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, Screaming Trees, Mark Lanigan, Lane Staley, $44.99. And this is something we also had a wait list for, and both of them were already claimed. This is Stormtroopers of Death, SOD, Speak English or Die. That is $31.99. And Will Harper and Jimmy Clark, I've got one of those pulled for you. If anybody else wants those, because those 2 had already sold, I already have more on the way. So you can go ahead and claim the next batch too. And Promise, Suck on This. Promise, $26.99. $26.99 for Promise. And yes, and Zach Biley, your Patsy Cline came in. If anybody else, I think I've got another one on the way. Patsy Cline's Greatest Hits. Zach, this is yours. They're $34.99. New sealed Patsy Cline Greatest Hits. Okay, so here's the newest Bowie Ziggy Stardust, which is a half-speed master, $29.99. David Bowie. And we had a few people waiting on this. That went to, no, just one person, Susie Breedlove. That's the newest half-speed master of David Bowie, Ziggy Stardust, $29.99. Now here's something we don't have. We have the picture disc. I haven't offered this yet. So Ziggy Stardust turned 50 years old last week, and they've reissued a half-speed master and a picture disc. The picture disc looks very well made. It's got the official Bowie. That is $31.99 for the picture disc. Kenneth Jank wants a Violent Films and a Pixies. So he gets the last Pixies and he gets a Violent Films. Those are sold and sold. Jason Kenton wants a Ziggy picture disc. And Jason, I think that was per your request. I usually don't order a lot of picture disc anymore. I usually just order the black vinyl. If there's just a picture disc, I order a picture disc. But we'll sell that one to, how many do I have here? I got 2 black vinyl. We'll sell that one to Jason Kenton. I think I've got 3 or 4 of those left. Next is Queens of the Stone Age, Lullabies to Paralyze. Queens of the Stone Age is $49.99. $49.99. Gatefold 2LP, Queens of the Stone Age. Timothy, let me know if you want the picture disc or the vinyl on that. The Violent Films, Paul, is self-titled. Self-titled. Timothy, your pick on Bowie picture disc or Bowie, yes. And here's another that we only had 2 come in, and we had 2 waiting orders. This is the Mila Jokovic, which I know I'm not saying, I don't have Ed here to help me. But this is a new kind of indie exclusive. It's actually a exclusive just through one of our distributors. And they're $24.99. They're on red vinyl. They're on red vinyl. So if anybody wants one of those, I still can get them. Mila, I'm going to say Jokovic, which I think I'm butchering there. So Timothy, just let me know which of the Bowies you want. Let's see. Courtney, I can get the Michael Jackson Thriller disc, but that's a prime example of one I normally order the black vinyl instead of, the picture disc. So Timothy wants the vinyl version. Okay, he wants the half-speed black vinyl. All right, so that's sold to Timothy, and we'll put Shane. I think Shane is saying he'll take a Mila, and we'll put Shane. I'll get you one of those ordered. Okay, where's all the vintage for this week? Right here. Is this all the vintage for this week? Let me see what's all in here. I think we got some really good vintage stuff. Let me flip through it and see what we have here. I think there's a couple things, as always, I'll put out to auction. If not, I'll just flip through them and we'll sell them all. I think we hit, is that sealed? No, that's not sealed. I have a wait list for that. Mix up these Rolling Stones records. All right. She's the hippie that plays guitar in Dazed and Confused. Okay. Do you ever find a Van Halen self-titled? An original, yes, but they sell immediately. If you want a brand new copy, I've got a bin full of them. Courtney, I will order you a Michael Jackson Thriller disc if you want it. They're about the same price as the black vinyl, $26, $28 or so. Did you get me for a Patsy Cline waiting list if you're doing one? I did not, Walt, but I will put you down for one. Patsy Cline Greatest Hits. Tanner has you down. Okay, first bin of new vintage vinyl. I have no idea really what's in here other than what I just flipped through. This is Art Blakey Moanin', which is the Blue Note, and it's opened. It's near mint. It is used. $29.99. $29.99. Chad, do you know of any new 10-inch EPs? None. I don't have anything like that for this week. No, I don't. Art Blakey's, $29.99. England's newest hit makers, the Rolling Stones, $39.99. Let's see what label this is. This is technically the Stones' first U.S. release. I don't think this is a first pressing. It would probably be in mono. But that is $39.99. Mia Willis wants the Art Blakey. I think I have a waiting list for this for new sealed ones. I'm pretty sure I do. So, Rolling Stones is $39.99. And the Rolling Stones, Get Your Yayas Out, $34.99. See what label that is. The Stones Blue Stereo London label. Those are both very good condition, by the way. The Charlie Watts Orchestra, live Fulham Town Hall, gold stamp promo. Charlie Watts Orchestra, $29.99. Willie and the Poor Boys. Willie and the Poor Boys is $29.99. Did you get a complete Japanese Thriller this week? I do not have a Michael Jackson Thriller Japanese press. I do have some awesome Japanese presses. I'm about to start putting our first couple up for auction, actually. Zach wants RIP. I think he meant rest in peace, Charlie Watts. He wasn't actually claiming something. Johnny Winter, Nothing But the Blues, is $19.99. Johnny Winter, Nothing But the Blues. Nazareth Snaz, Houseful, is $29.99. By the way, if you're watching for the first time and you want to make a purchase, it's as easy as commenting what you want. If you claim it, then I'll give you instructions on how to pay. We're going to try to do a sale tomorrow night and Thursday and Friday and Saturday. So we're probably going to have 5 sales this week. We were going to do one tomorrow night. We almost went live about 9 o'clock, and I was like, we're just not quite ready. What's that, Seth? I meant, yeah, we almost went live last night at about 9 o'clock to do 45s, and I was like, we're just not quite prepared. I know we could have went live and sold a bunch of stuff, but I think we're going to try to do some of that tomorrow night possibly. But it's not going to be a 7 o'clock start if we do it. It will probably be later. But we're definitely having our regular sales as scheduled Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I will let you know via Whole Lot of Records if we're going live tomorrow to sell. If we do a show tomorrow night, it will be 45 CDs and on-sale vintage, which I know y'all will tune in for on-sale vintage. It'll be half off vintage stuff and new vinyl on sale. So, Susie, Sherry Darnell got Charlie Watts. Susie, the David Bowie picture disc is $31.99, and I think Luke Mitchell maybe wants Rolling Stones. Luke, if that's correct, then say sold. Wet Willie, Mannerisms. Wet Willie is $19.99. Don't see that one as often. The Weather Girls, It's Raining Men, is $14.99. And The Wanderers, original motion picture soundtrack, The Wanderers, that's $19.99. Wang Chung, 12-inch, no, it's like an EP it looks like, $14.99. It's got 4 songs on it. 33 RPM, promotional, not for sale. Wang Chung, that is $14.99. Galaxy, that is an album by War. War is $19.99. Joe Walsh, There Goes the Neighborhood, is $19.99. And Joe Walsh, Got Any Gum, that is $19.99. Joe Walsh, Got Any Gum. Joe Walsh, but seriously, folks, we've hit the official Joe Walsh section in Kevin's collection. Paul, I did not see that, but we do have that pulled for you, yes. And I think we're good, except unless Luke wants... No, he said England's oldest hit makers. I think he was just making a comment about the Rolling Stones, so, okay. You got to be careful what you comment. I'll end up selling something to you. And then next Monday, you'll be like, I didn't get the Rolling Stones. I don't know what happened. Village People, self-titled. Village People was $14.99. John Waite, Ignition. John Waite is $19.99. Tom Waits, Small Change. Tom Waits is $49.99. Wow. Didn't know we had this week. Tom Waits, Small Change. Asylum, $49.99. The Rolling Stones, It's Only Rock and Roll in shrink wrap. It's kind of tough to find a nice copy of that. $39.99, that's in shrink wrap. The Waitresses is $19.99. And The Waitresses, If I Could Rule the World, I Could Only Get the Parts. The Waitresses, $19.99. Free Play, this is an A&M, looks like an A&M Records sampler. LTD, Tim Curry, Mark Bueno, Wick Wakeman, Niles Lofgren, Airwaves, that is $14.99. Village People Go West is $14.99. And the Vogue's Greatest Hits, $9.99. Gene Vincent and his Blue Caps, $14.99. Rick Nelson, Garden Party, $14.99. Quiet Lies, Juice Newton, that is $9.99. I want the Joe Walsh, the one before, but seriously, folks, that is Got Any Gum, right? Kevin, if so, I'm pulling that for you now. Doug Jeppesen wants the Tom Waits, so did Doug Jeppesen. And Tony Doyle wants Small Change. Small Change, what was that? Not for sure. Or was that a random comment that I missed? Small Change. I'm not for sure. Mark Robinson wants the Rick Nelson, so to Mark Robinson. Tony Doyle, let me know what small change was. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Let's Go, or if it was anything, $14.99. Tone Loc, Wild Thing, uh-oh, $19.99. That's really cool. $19.99. Tone Loc, Wild Thing. Small change. Okay. That was Tom Waits. Okay. Tony, you were second to that. You were second to that then. Doug just beat you to it. Let's pull out a couple of Japanese LPs that was featured on Facebook to auction. And we always get a lot of comments if they're going to be auctioned or straight buy it now. And it can always be, it can be either one. I mean, we really, sometimes I don't know. It depends on how late in the show it is. And depends on how late in the show or what title. You know, if we've had 2 or 3 recently and we kind of know what they're going to bring, we just straight price them. So they're going to bring, the price is going to be the same, but I don't know, depends on whether y'all are waiting to know when to look for it or what. But they're all, most of the time they're auctioned. But like we sell a lot of Hotel California Japanese pressings. I'm still going to auction this one, but we probably could go ahead and straight price it because I could probably guess within $5 what it's probably about to bring. Sherry Darnell wants Nitty Gritty. And the Tone Loc, Jeff, if you want it, it's $19.99. It's in shrink wrap, has the Turtles price tag. If you don't want it, Paul Brothers does. Here's our first 3 Japanese pressings to put up for auction. And it's all 3 that I probably could easily keep. So if I'm saying that, that means they're nice and they're, well, the first one here is Dark Side of the Moon with Obi, so that should tell you a lot. Let's take a look at Dark Side of the Moon. Dark Side of the Moon is $110 start. It is a pristine copy. The vinyl is flawless. Dark Side of the Moon's $110 start. Looks like we got 2 posters, and I think the Japanese posters, yeah, they're slightly different images than the U.S. I can tell you right away because these pyramids look blue and the ones with the U.S. are green. And the actual jacket here, very nice, especially to be a black cover. Gatefold, Obi. And is there anything else in here? There's not. So that's what you get with Dark Side of the Moon. Randy Davis in 110. How beautiful. Obi, Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd. That's our first Japanese auction for the night. Probably one of the more pricier ones. And we've got, I thought this is really cool, something else I could very easily keep. This is Stevie Wonder. It's called Best Collection. And this one has a Japanese insert with it. Has the tracks and the lyrics. Obi, very cool. Superstition, Higher Ground, Yesterday, Yester You, Blown in the Wind, For Once in My Life, Signed, Sealed, and Delivered, Uptight, Everything's All Right, My Sherry Amore. That is a highlight of tracks that's on this album. Very, very nice. This is $40 start. Stevie Wonder Best Collection. It is a Japanese press with Obi and insert. Really good track listing on that too. Stevie Wonder, Best Collection. That's a $40 start. And the last one, these take a little bit more time to show because I like to show you all the inserts. This has the poster with it. This is a pristine copy of the Eagles Hotel California. This is like mint minus. Wow. This is like mint minus. Take a look at this. Obi is pristine. The poster's pristine. And the insert's pristine. And the vinyl is new. I mean, it looks new. $60 start on Hotel California with poster and insert. So we got bid on Pink Floyd. We have a bid on Stevie Wonder. And if I was in Vegas setting the odds, I would set the odds pretty high that the Eagles is going to get a bid at $60. Hotel California. That's a top copy. Let's keep going. Stevie Wonder. Stevie Nicks. Stevie Nicks Belladonna is $17.99. Stevie Nicks Belladonna is $17.99. Stevie Nicks Rock a Little, back-to-back Nicks. That's $19.99. Back-to-back Stevie Nicks. Poco, Picking Up the Pieces. Poco is $9.99. Wow, Stevie Wonder was at Bonnaroo. If Bonnaroo wasn't such a hassle to get to, I probably would have. I would have went and seen that. What's that, Tanner? Steve Winwood Chronicles. Steve Winwood Chronicles is 1999. Rockin' 70s. Uh-oh. 12 classic rockers from the 70s. Where's Stacy at? $14.99. Raspberries, Go All the Way. Argent, Hold Your Head Up. Radar Love. Long Cool Woman. Crocodile Rock. I Shot the Sheriff. Slow Ride. Blues Image. Ride Captain Ride. You ain't that's wow. You ain't seen nothing yet. Stacy, she's all over it. 70s collection. Sold to Stacy, and Mark Robinson wants the Steve Winwood Chronicles. Here's where we're at. Looks like Kevin Willis is at 70 on Hotel California. Kenneth Jank is at 46 on the Stevie Wonder. And Randy Davis is still at 110 on Dark Side of the Moon. So Dark Side of the Moon is going once, going twice to Randy Davis for $110. Has 2 posters with it. Pristine. Hotel California is at 70 with Kevin Willis. Near mint with poster. And Stevie Wonder just got another bid. Kenneth Jank is at 46. On the Road Again, here's another one. Rock's New Frontier, 66 to 70. I think this is a compilation. It is. $14.99. Standales, Dirty Water, Outsiders, Time Won't Let Me, Count 5, Psychotic Reaction, Living in the USA, Steve Miller Band, Sugar Loaf, Green Eyed Lady, Stone Ponies, which is Linda Ronstadt, Different Drum. That song was written by Mike Nesmith. Up on Cripple Creek, the band, $14.99. That's called On the Road Again. That's Rock Hit 66 to 70. 66 to 70. Preston's at 48 on Stevie Wonder. Eddie Pursear's at 111 on Dark Side of the Moon. Randy's at 115. So the only thing that hadn't got a bid in a while is Kevin Willis's Hotel California. That's at $70. $70, that's going once, going twice. I also overlooked the Stevie Nicks. Let me go back up. I remember Josh Huddleston got Stevie Nicks Rock a Little. I skipped over that. And this Stevie Nicks, who just asked? Josh, you got Stevie Nicks. So Stevie Nicks, what's that one called? Belladonna is still available. Belladonna. And Stacy was first to Road. Stacy was first to Road. Jeff Helton, you were second. So Stevie Wonder's now at 49. Dark Side of the Moon's at 116. Kevin, your Hotel California is going twice, going 3 times. Wet Willie's Greatest Hits, 1999. Quadraphonic pressing of Weather Report. Quadraphonic pressing of Weather Report, 1999. Motown Collected is not in, but they will be this week. Marty, I will let you know when they are delivered, but they will be in this week. Golden Chartbusters. Golden Chartbusters. Another compilation. Jimmy Rogers, The Coasters. This is a little bit older stuff. Wilbert Harrison, Classic 4. Tony Joe White, Under the Boardwalk. Some more early mid-60s stuff there. That is actually sealed, 1999. That is sealed, 1999. Pablo Cruz, Part of the Game. Uh-oh. Pablo? What in the world? All right, show's over. 1, April has asked for Shania Twain, and 2, we just showed a Pablo Cruz record. That means the show is over. Good night, and we'll see y'all tomorrow at 7. Just kidding. Pablo Cruz is 99. We are sold out of Shania Twain, and it's actually back ordered. Neil Diamond, Just for You. Check this out. $14.99. Neil Diamond, Just for You. On the original Bang label, has Shiloh on it. $14.99. Okay, Randy Davis is at 120 on Pink Floyd. Going once, going twice. Preston's at 50 on Stevie Wonder. And let's go ahead and sell Hotel California for $70. $70 to Kevin Willis. Kevin, that is sold to you, $70. They're not laughing at you, April. They're laughing at me. Rolling Stones, Black and Blue. This has a promotional copy sticker on the front, $34.99. It also has a track list sticker on the back, $34.99. Rolling Stones, Black and Blue. No promo markings on the label, but I've never seen a on that. So $34.99. $34.99. All right, so these back here, we're at 50 on Stevie Wonder, going once, going twice. Pink Floyd, 120, going once, going twice. If you're done bidding, please let me know. Dr. Hook, Greatest Hits, $19.99. Ronnie Dyson, Why Can't I Touch You? $19.99. Ronnie Dyson. Ron Wood and Ronnie Lane, Mahoney's Last Stand, original motion picture soundtrack. Wow, that is $19.99. Never seen that before. And Ron Wood, Give Me Some Neck. That is $19.99. Back-to-back Ron Wood. Motels. Motels is $14.99, and Moody Blue Surlommer is $19.99. Moody Blue Surlommer, $19.99. Van Morrison, A Sense of Wonder. Van Morrison is $19.99. And Rainbow Bent Out of Shape. Rainbow is $29.99. Donny Osmond. Wow, that's a later album. It's in shrink wrap with hype sticker. This is from 1989. It is not sealed. If it was sealed, it's gotten open since John marked it sealed 1999, and it's clearly open. So that must have got busted open somewhere between the time he priced it. It must have been very close and then accidentally got open. So we'll call that $14.99. Sherry Darnell wants Van Morrison, and Alan Mays wants the Vogues and Van. Well, we've already sold Van Morrison, but I can give you the Vogues. It was from back here, the Vogues. So sell that to Alan Mays. All right, and we're about to sell these last two. Last call on Stevie Wonder and Pink Floyd. Last call. George Thorogood, Move It On Over, is $19.99. Piper, which should be, Piper's a white label promo, but yeah, Billy Squire on lead vocals and guitar. Piper, white label promo, $24.99. Preston Rogers is at $125 on Dark Side of the Moon. And Preston, you also have Stevie Wonder at $50. I've got 5 more records to show. If no one else has bid, I'm going to sell it to you. James Taylor, Sweet Baby James, on original green Warner Brothers label. And I think it's really, really nice. Does it have the poster? This thing came with a poster too. It's very tough to get. $24.99, James Taylor. This is a very nice copy. Green label, $24.99. Devil's Angels. Has some bad sticker residue on the front there, but Devil's Angels is $24.99. Every Which Way But Loose soundtrack is $19.99. Robert Plant, Nonstop and Go, double record interview disc. Robert Plant is $29.99. And Michael Stanley Band, Heartland. Michael Stanley Band is $19.99. Heartland. All right, sell Preston, Stevie Wonder for $50. And Pink Floyd is at $130. Looks like we got a battle going on between Randy and Preston. I'm going to recap that, Ben. Let me grab a couple more over here to auction. Stuff that was shown on Facebook. There's probably people waiting on some. Let's see. We've done some 70-ish, 60 stuff there. Let's pull out a couple 80s. Right, April? Right, Seth? How's alphabetical order going, Seth?
Man, it's Tuesday, so it's pretty.
Okay. Walt Cruz. James Taylor did not have the poster. Walt Cruz wants the Michael Stanley Band. Stevie Wonder's is $50 to Preston Rogers. Okay. Duran Duran Rio, Japanese press. Very nice. So far, I'm seeing near mint minus. Just absolutely beautiful. Duran Duran Rio. There's the Duran Duran Rio insert. And this is, looks like it's unplayed. This is a $45 start. Duran Duran Rio. I wish this was in print on new vinyl. I'm sure y'all would buy one if we had new copies of this for about 25, 30 bucks, but for some reason they don't keep this record in print. So there's only US OGs or Japanese OGs. Randy's at $130 on Pink Floyd, going twice, going 3 times, and we have Journey, Frontiers. Wow, this one's another exceptionally nice. Journey Frontiers, another $45 start. This Obi is a little tab that goes across the front here. That's the way it came. It's just like a little loose tab. It also has the Japanese insert. It also has this thing that's in all those Jimi Hendrix that shows all the like rock history. And this is another pristine copy. $45 start on Journey. And I think y'all have been seeing, we've had several non-Obi ones come in of this that have almost sold for that. So, Journey is $45. This Obi tab is usually gone because you see how easy it is for it to come off. That's why we've had so many lately without the Obi. I think a lot of these were not left on it like the other ones were. So let me get that back in there. And that is a $45 start as well. Preston's back in on Dark Side of the Moon. I had a feeling. That's why I've been waiting. It looks like it's down to those two guys. Randy's right back in. Randy, don't waste any time. Randy, don't waste any time. Journey's also a $45 start. Very, very nice copy. Possibly the best copy. All right, Duran Duran's at 50 with Scott Fish. Jim started at 45, and Randy's back in on Pink Floyd. Let me very quickly flip through this bin again. I'm just going to recap titles. If you need to know prices, track list, pressing information, don't hesitate to ask. Rolling Stones, Willie and the Poor Boys, Nazareth, Johnny Winter, Rolling Stones, Wet Willie, Weather Girls, The Wanderer soundtrack, Wayne Chung, War, Joe Walsh, Joe Walsh, Joe Walsh, Village People, John Waite, Rolling Stones, The Waitresses, The Waitresses. This is the 4-play A&M sampler. Chris Ferrara wants Wayne Chung. So to Chris Ferrara. Wayne Chung is right here. Chris Ferrara. Village People, Gene Vincent, Juice Newton, Stevie Nicks is still available. That's unusual. Poco, Wet Willie's Greatest Hits. That's kind of unusual. Weather Report, Golden Chartbusters. A Pablo Cruz record is still available, I might say. Neil Diamond, that's really good stuff. Rolling Stones, Dr. Hook's Greatest Hits. Ronnie Dyson, Ron Wood and Ronnie Lane. Ron Wood, The Motels, Moody Blues, Rainbow, Donny Osmond, George Thorogood, Piper. I thought that would sell because of Billy Squire. Stevie Nicks is $17.99. James Taylor, Devil's Angels, Every Which Way But Loose soundtrack. A Robert Plant interview disc. It's a gatefold, by the way. Let's see what this thing actually looks like. It may have some cool pictures here in the gatefold. Actually, it's about as plain as you can get. 1 and 2. I thought it might be like some really cool Zeppelin pictures or something, and it's about as bland as they could make it. 1988. Let's see what the vinyl looks like. There's an insert with it from Atlantic. Dear Programmer, since Led Zeppelin disbanded in 1980, Robert Plant's solo career has followed a remarkable succession of uncompromising artistic changes, etc., etc. This is actually signed by somebody, it looks like. No, that's a copy. Let's say, signed by somebody at Atlantic. Yeah. So you can put that on and listen to Robert Plant get interviewed. Okay, Randy Davis was at 140 on Pink Floyd, and it looks like Preston's out. So final call on Pink Floyd, 140. We'll say going twice, going 3 times. Chris, I've already got you down for Wayne Chung. Jim Anstan's at 55 on the Duran Duran. The Motels, Mark Robinson. The Motels was $14.99. The Donny Osmond was called, it was a later album. It's self-titled. It's self-titled. Hype Sticker says, brand new Donny Osmond album. And it's 1989. And Michael Word is at 45 on the Journey. So all 3 auctions have a bid. We're about to sell one of them, and we're about to put the other 2 on final warnings. All right. Kevin says radio show. Yes. Yeah, it looked like, because it had that Atlantic, license for promotion. This is like a radio. It was a promotional interview that was released to promote Now and Zen, it looks like. Can't believe no Zeppelin fans are on that. I mean, I'm probably going to buy it if no one else does. All right, so let's go ahead and sell Dark Side of the Moon, Tanner. We're going to sell Dark Side of the Moon to Randy Davis for $140. Scott Fish says he's out on Duran Duran, so final call on these. Duran Duran is at 55, the Jim Anstant. And Michael Word has Journey for 45. 55 and 45. Those are going once, going twice. Next to last call. Alan Mays, how much is Donnie and does it have Soldier of Love? Yes, it does. And it's $14.99. $14.99. Alan Mays also wants Neil Diamond. Alan Mays on Neil Diamond. Mark Robinson said he will take the Motels. And Don Brzezinski's in at 46 on the Journey. All right, let me swap crates. I'm going to bring our next new crate of new vinyl. And I'll put up some new auctions as soon as we wrap up these other two. It looks like Duran Duran's about to be sold. Jill said sold on Donny Osmond. I should have went ahead and pulled that one out. I will right now. Make sure that goes in for $14.99, Donny Osmond. And let me slide by y'all and grab a crate of new vinyl. Let me see what's in here. One of these crates is some stuff I wanted to go through a little bit earlier. What is that? Yeah, this one right here. This one don't have as much in it. We might can go through two. Res Dogs Price. What is that?
Reservoir.
Oh, this soundtrack back here. Reservoir Dogs is music on vinyl. It is $38.99. $38.99. Last one we have left. Don's at 46 on the Journey, going once, going twice. Duran Duran is sold to Jim Anstant. Jim Anstant got the Journey, or excuse me, got Duran Duran for $55. Hungry Like the Wolf. All right, let's go through this. Ann says, if Courtney doesn't want Stevie Nicks, I'll take it. Kenneth is sold on Reservoir Dogs. Sell that to Kenneth. And where are we at? Courtney, let me know on Stevie Nicks. If not, I will sell it to Ann Davis Manginelli. Journey's going twice, going 3 times. Who was second on that? Who was at 45? Michael Word, let me know. Never mind, he's in at 47. All right, new vinyl. New vinyl arrivals for this week. Talking Heads, Chicago, August 28th, 1978. 180-gram colored vinyl, $28.99. Talking Heads. I have one, and I can have more if anybody else wants it. This is a Talking Heads, 1978. $28.99 on that. The Clash, London Calling. I need to get my waiting list back out. Clash, London Calling, Dakota Wilkie, and Sherry Darnell. You were on a waiting list. Your Clash, London Calling came in. If anybody else wants it, this is the newest in print available. Clash, London Calling, 2 LP, sealed, $46.99. Amy Winehouse. We auctioned one off last week from Kevin's collection. As soon as I say something's out of print and we can't get it, guess what comes back in print? Amy Winehouse, Linus Hidden Treasures. This is $48.99. Includes Grammy Award winner Body and Soul with Tony Bennett. Our Day Will Come, Like Smoke. That is $48.99. Gatefold, 2 LP, Amy Winehouse. All right, Michael Word is at 47 on Journey. Michael Word is at 47 on Journey. That's going once, going twice. Mr. Brzezinski, just let me know if you're in or out. Walt Cruz takes Winehouse. And that's about what one sold for at auction. If anybody else wants one, I can order those, and I will gladly order one for you. As soon as Journey's done, I'll put up 3 new auctions. Counting Crows. Zurich 2000. I've had these before, but I haven't had them in a while. They just came back in stock. Counting Crows, Zurich 2000. Swiss Broadcast Recording. 2 LP, $39.99. Second track is Mrs., or I always thought it was Mrs. Jones. The actual name of the title is Mr. Jones. Counting Crows is $39.99. $39.99. What's the Siamese Dream? We had 2 copies, Robert, that were putbacks, non-payments. They sold for $99.99, and now we have a waiting list if you want one. Ann says, I would love a Winehouse, so put Ann Davis Manginelli down for a Amy Winehouse Linus. What's the price on CC? Is that Counting Crows? Counting Crows is $39.99. And the price on the Clash is $46.99. Say that again? Yeah, that goes to Ann Davis Manginelli. Yeah. Sam Cooke, One Night Stand. I thought Music on Vinyl was done with this title, but look what they reprinted. It's Sam Cooke live at the Harlem Square Club. Very good live show, $38.99. Sam Cooke, Music on Vinyl, $38.99. Jason Isbell, Southeastern, $26.99. Chris Farrar wants to Clash. I was waiting to hear from Mr. Brzezinski on the Journey before we sold it, but I'm going to give it 30 more seconds before we sell it to Michael Word for $47. Jason Isbell is $26.99. Dolan Webb, I had you on a waiting list for this. Dolan, yes, I think it was Dolan Webb from a long time ago. Jason Isbell. Don Brzezinski's back in on Journey at 48. This is a new release from Parachute. We have not had this before. Metallica, In the City of Brotherly Love, limited edition colored vinyl, $49.99. Live Metallica. And I don't say what year or when or what it is exactly. But it's Metallica, and it's $49.99. Dallas Coop wants one, and I think I've got one other. I do. It is on color vinyl. You was on a phone call. No worry. That's why I always try to wait, make sure everybody says they're out. If it gets too long, I have to go ahead and sell it, but I always try to wait. So Michael Word, Don's back in on Journey. Jeff McMaster also wants a Metallica, and Michael says he's out. So Journey is going twice, going 3 times to Don, and twice going 3 times. Journey's at $48. The Crow soundtrack. The Crow soundtrack is $38.99. Y'all are very well familiar with that. I had one person on a waiting list. Crow, Jonathan Bodine. Your Crow soundtrack came in. Sherry Darnell wants to Sam Cooke. So to Sherry Darnell. So we got Talking Heads live, Counting Crows live, Jason Isbell, and we have 2 Crow soundtracks, which, by the way, this has a couple artists like people's been asking about Rage Against the Machine and Pantera and Stone Temple Pilots, 9 Inch Nails stuff. Those are all artists on the Crow soundtrack. Another new release from, Parachute. They had a couple new releases this week. Allman Brothers Band, The Lost Warehouse Tapes. This was recorded in New Orleans, 1979. And yes, Dwayne Allman is on guitar. $44.99. Allman Brothers, New Orleans, 1971. Gatefold 2 LP, $44.99. Now that looks cool. That's new release from Parachute, $44.99. Counting Crows is $39.99, George. $39.99 on the Counting Crows. I've got 5 Allman Brothers, by the way. And Oasis, Definitely Maybe. Oasis is $38.99. Let's see. Let me go over a few things. System of a Down, Dakota Wilkie, Your System of the Down came in. Patsy Cline, Ziggy Stardust, I've done those. SOD, Rush. So Tanner, Jason Ivey got a Rush, and Craig Sweden. Did he? Okay. Okay, so we don't have any Rush to show tonight. No, that one's mine. I finally got to keep one for myself. So, so we had one, it looked like we were going to have one copy of Rush Clockwork Angels left. We've ended up selling 60 copies of that, and the last one I'm going to have to keep. Otherwise, I'm not going to get one. So, who got Oasis here? Did I ever say? Yes, 2 people, Dakota Wilkie and Paul Brothers. Dakota and Paul Brothers. You got an Oasis. You were on a waiting list from last Thursday night on Oasis, Definitely Maybe. Not much left in here. Oasis, Definitely Maybe. Allman Brothers is $44.99. The Crow is $38.99. Jason Isbell is $26.99. Counting Crows is $39.99. And Talking Heads is $29.99. Let me grab, and let me go ahead and sell this to Don Brzezinski for $48. Wayne Heat wants an Allman Brothers. Wayne Heat wants an Allman Brothers. Anybody else? Do we have any more of? No, we have more on the way.
There were 5 on the list, and we pulled 6.
Okay. All right, then let me show that. George Buchanan wants to Counting Crows. Counting Crows. Let's see, what happened to that? Right here. That is sold to George Buchanan. And Tanner just said I pulled one too many. We actually have one of these for sale. Foo Fighters, Echo, Silence, Patient, and Grace. We pre-sold like 30 in the group. I have not actually got to physically show this on the show. I have one on hand and more on the way. So if you want one, let me know. This is multi-Grammy award-winning, including Best Rock Album, featuring The Pretender, Long Road to Ruin, Cheer Up Boys, $29.99 on the Foo Fighters. If you hadn't already claimed one of those in our group, that is $29.99. $29.99. Track list on Allman Brothers. Allman Brothers Band is Statesboro Blues, Trouble No More, Don't Keep Me Wondering, Done Somebody Wrong, One Way Out, In Memory of Elizabeth Reed, Stormy Monday, Hotlanta, Blue Sky, Midnight Rider, Whipping Post, and Revival. That is like a greatest. How would you like to have been front row at that show? That's like greatest hits live, $44.99. And yeah, so we have more. If anybody hadn't got to see these yet, these are more. We have more of these on the way. And just so you know, we had them. I don't think this is another record. I don't think we've ever got to show live. But these came back in print. If you didn't see it in our group, you missed it. This is REM Document, $37.99. Paul Brothers, this one's yours. This was a putback someone didn't pay for or didn't want. And we have one more person already on a waiting list. So if for some reason more of these come in or somebody doesn't pay, you can get on a waiting list for that. Same thing with this live Guns N' Roses. It's $28.99. Welcome. It's actually called, it's a Ritz broadcast. I think it's called, Welcome to Paradise City. Welcome to Paradise City, $28.99. So that's live Guns N' Roses and then REM Document. So if you know for sure you'll want one of these next shipment, just let us know and we will put you on the list. Sherry Darnell, did you get more Siamese Dream? We possibly could get more. We haven't seen any since that big flurry shipment came in that we sold out immediately, but the reason I was showing them tonight is because we had two that didn't get paid for or was canceled on us. So Allman Brothers is sold to Sherry Darnell. If anybody wants on those REM, let me know. These may be hard to get because these Capital from the vaults, these come and they go quickly because they, as you can see, limited edition. But that truly means limited edition on these. These, anything with that hype sticker with the Capital headquarters on it, they go pretty quick. All it says is audiophile quality, faithfully restored, limited edition. If you want on that waiting list, they'll be $37.99. $37.99. I'm still half asleep. I thought you said free shirts. I do need to show shirts tonight. I actually have those in where I can show them to you. How much was Allman Brothers? Allman Brothers was $44.99. I have 3 left now. I may keep one myself. Right, April? April is almost asleep. She's been here since 2 o'clock. She's exhausted. 3 o'clock. Let me see what's in this crate here. Let's do a bin of check condition. Let's do a bin of check condition stuff. This is some really good looking stuff too. These are great titles, just a little bit lower grade. Check condition. Not good to lie on camera. I never lie. Walt Cruz says, put me on the waiting list. Chad, did I get a copy of that foo? Yes, I'm pretty sure you did. We will check. Yes, you did, Tanner just said. Jeff Helton wants an Allman Brothers. What is the Tron and the green crate? Give me 1 second, I'll show that. So, next bin of vintage coming up. Let's go ahead and get 3 new Japanese auctions rolling. Allman Brothers is sold to Jeff Helton. I now have 2 left. And Tron, right here. Tron is Disney Tron, music by Wendy Carlos, original motion picture soundtrack. $59.99. $59.99. And if you want on the REM list, Tanner is taking down your names. By the way, they just shipped me more Alan Jackson greatest hits. I've got about 7 people on that waiting list. Those will be here this week. I've got some stuff to post in the group. There hadn't been a lot of new surprises this week like it was last week. You know, Counting Crows was last week, Rush, all that other stuff. But this Kiss, all those Kiss records, this week it hadn't been as many, not yet at least. So I may check my shelf list tonight and I don't know, something's come back in stock like what's something crazy, like the other Smashing Pumpkins albums? Who knows? We don't know. A lot of times people ask me, when you know about the next Rush restock or this or that? And I talk to the people who actually make the stuff, and they don't even know. They're just like, or distribute it, and they're like, we don't know. So, okay. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. That is VG copy, $14.99. Tom Petty, Damn the Torpedoes. VG copy, $14.99. Do you have any Allman Brothers, Fillmore, East, white label promo? No, I don't. I wish. I don't. Tom Petty. So this is our check condition bin. Less than near mint. Usually really good title. So, since, let's see what we got here. Let's do, there's some good stuff in here. Well, the Allman Brothers is a hot topic right now, so let's put up a Japanese Allman Brothers. Let's put up a Bob Dylan, and let's put up a Led Zeppelin. That's some pretty good stuff. All three of those people have sold some pretty good amount of records in their life. Marty Ellis wants Tom Petty. By the way, Tanner, David Cox got this Foo Fighters. Marty Ellis gets Tom Petty. Mick, you were second. Do I have Christopher Cross Rendezvous? I don't believe so. That's one I don't recall seeing lately. Okay. A fantastic record. Allman Brothers, Eat a Peach. Y'all know what we've sold these. It's been a long time since we've had a Japanese pressing. I think y'all know, maybe some of y'all remember we've sold some of these before. Gatefold. There's the Obi. Obi has a picture of Dwayne on it. This is a $100 start. It's a 2 LP. There's the insert that came with just like the Japanese pressings. Marty said never mind on Tom Petty, he already has it. So give it to Mick LaFoot. Tom Petty, Damn the Torpedoes. Then here's the actual Japanese insert. So there's like a replica, not a replica, but that came with the US pressing. That's like a Japanese exclusive. It is 2 LP, and it's on a green Warner Brothers label, which is something you will never see a US pressing of this on. But this is a Japanese pressing, and it is near mint. It is near mint minus Japanese pressing of Allman Brothers, Eat a Peach. This is a 100 decimal start, which is $100. Allman Brothers, Eat a Peach. Make sure you see all the inserts. I'm going to put the cover back in here. Next is Led Zeppelin 4, which I feel like we just auctioned one off not too long ago. We got another one here. Of course, it's biggest album of all time. There should be a lot of them out there. But find them in near mint condition is a challenge. This one's really nice. Led Zeppelin 4, I see kind of one like superficial mark about right here. I'm going to say a $55 start on Led Zeppelin 4. $55 start on Led Zeppelin 4. This is very, very nice. There's the inner sleeve, which has the lyrics of Stairway to Heaven on the back. And then there's the Japanese insert. Led Zeppelin 4, Japanese press, $55 start on that. I feel like that's a bargain. Kevin's at 60. And we have Bob Dylan, the Basement Tapes, which is Bob Dylan and the band. This is also a $60 start. 2 LP, CBS Sony Japanese. It looks like they're brand new. These are near mint minus. And I don't think this had any insert. I don't know if this one just don't have an insert or this one didn't come with any inserts. Very, very nice pressing though. I don't see any inserts. So Bob Dylan and the band, Japanese press, Basement Tapes, just a $60 start on that. I think we sold a US sealed copy not too long ago on this album. There you go. It can be yours if you bid high enough. That's our next 3 records. The Moody Blues, to our children's children. Moody Blues is a VG Plus, $9.99. The Pleasure Principle, Gary Newman. That one has cars on it. VG Plus, $14.99. Stevie Nicks, The Wild Heart. Stevie Nicks is a VG Plus, $14.99. The Rolling Stones, Tattoo You. Rolling Stones is a VG Plus, $24.99. Sun City, Artists United Against Apartheid. That is a VG Plus, $24.99. Pete Townsend, Empty Glass. Pete Townsend's a VG Plus, $14.99. The Cat, The Incredible Jimmy Smith, is a VG Plus, $19.99. Night Ranger, Dawn Patrol is a VG Plus, $19.99. And Nashville Rebel, Waylon Jennings, VG Plus, $24.99. Waylon Jennings Live is a VG Plus, $19.99. And To Bonnie from Delaney and Bonnie, VG Plus, $19.99. Okay, quick recap on our auctions. We've got, first let me show Roxy Music here. Roxy Music is a VG Plus, $14.99. Roxy Music, VG Plus, $14.99. Bob Dylan and the Band, Basement Tapes, Japanese press, looking for a $60 start. Led Zeppelin 4, current bid is Michael Word at $65. $65 for Led Zeppelin 4. That is going once, going twice. And we're looking for a $100 start on the Allman Brothers Band, Eat a Peach. $100 start on that. Jeff McMaster, first to Roxy Music. Tommy Flowers, you were second. So we got one with bid going once, going twice. And we have 2 others we're looking for a starting bid on. Tanner, put down Tillman Smoot on a Metallica waiting list. We can do that. Metallica waiting list for Tillman Smoot. Groovin', the Young Rascals. This is in shrink wrap with the hype sticker. This LP has the big hit, How Can I Be Sure? VG Plus, $24.99. Groovin', the Young Rascals. Judas Priest, Point of Entry, is a VG Plus, $19.99. Has some cover damage. Looks like some staining along the bottom. Judas Priest. The Best Of, Tommy James and the Shondells. Classic Greatest Hits album. VG copy, $14.99. And Homer and Jethro is VG Plus, $14.99. Queen, News of the World. This one also has some cover damage. Looks like there's some tape on it and some writing, tape and writing. This is EX, $24.99. The vinyl is still very nice though, and it has the original inner sleeve. The vinyl looks nice. Someone really abused the cover though. Please don't ever put tape on your records. EX, $24.99. Original soundtrack to Bronco Billy. That is VG Plus, $14.99. Toto, Isolation, is a VG copy, $9.99. And Led Zeppelin, Song Remains the Same, VG Plus, $44.99. Prince, that is self-titled, his first album, VG, $14.99. Buddy Holly, Giant, never seen that before, VG Plus, $24.99. Giant is on the Coral label too, VG Plus, $24.99. Prince, that's a 12-inch single. America, VG, $19.99. And Reminiscing, Buddy Holly, that's a VG Plus, $29.99. Tom Petty, Hard Promises, is a VG Plus, $24.99. And The Monkees is a VG copy, $9.99. Okay, Led Zeppelin is sold to Michael Word for $65. That seems like a bargain. Seems like a steal. If anybody wants to buy Bob Dylan and the band, Basement Tapes, you can right now for $59.99. And the Allman Brothers, you can buy it right now for $99.99. Allman Brothers is $99.99. Bob Dylan and the band is $59.99. Those are available for sale right now. Do you want them, April? April said she's going to take them. Susie Breedlove wants the Monkees, and John Young wants to know the label. Is it red or multicolor? It is, drum roll, it's the Coral Red label. And it is a VG Plus, $29.99. Courtney Eatman takes the Prince album. There's a lot of stuff in here that didn't sell that I'm kind of surprised. Maybe everybody should stand up and stretch and wake up, and we'll go back through this bin again. So we'll start from the front. Buddy Holly, Tom Petty, Prince, Buddy Holly, Led Zeppelin, Toto, Bronco Billy soundtrack. There's the cursed Bronco Billy soundtrack. I need to pull this out just to remind John. If somebody wants to buy this, that's fantastic. But we've had sealed copies, open copies, promo copies. I think I've yet to sell a Bronco Billy soundtrack. Queen, News of the World, Homer and Jethro, Tommy James and Shondells, Judas Priest, The Young Rascals, To Bonnie from Delaney, Waylon Live, Waylon Jennings, Night Ranger. What did I skip there? Something on Verve. The Cat, which is Jimmy Smith, Pete Townsend, Sun City, Rolling Stones, Stevie Nicks. Gary Newman didn't sell, or neither did the Moody Blues. Wow. Great stuff in there. Maybe because it's check condition. Maybe y'all want to see near mint, pristine copies. If so, I've either got to bring out new vinyl, one of our near mint bins, or I got to do our Japanese bin. I have an entire Japanese bin of just straight price stuff that we're going to show sooner than later. Let me grab another bin of new vinyl over here. Out of my way, Seth. Thank you. Just because it's your birthday doesn't mean there's any special treatment. Let's go through this bin of new vinyl. We have Peter Murphy, Deep, the third solo album from Peter Murphy, $28.99. The Cure, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me. That's $42.99. The Cure, 2 LP, I believe it is. The Cure, $42.99. And the Rolling Stones, this is Honk. And I'm trying to figure out what kind of variant this is. It has to be on colored vinyl. It is $49.99. But I think the other ones we had on colored vinyl didn't have a variant either, so, or it didn't have a hype sticker. But Honk is a 2 LP, Rolling Stones Greatest Hits. This is $49.99. Peter Murphy has Cut You Up on it. There you go. Peter Murphy is $28.99. Honk, Tom Petty Echo. Tom Petty Echo is $29.99. Now we've got two versions of Radiohead here. That is the Radiohead. It is $68.99. And then the red vinyl, limited edition red vinyl, these are $99.99. $99.99 for the red vinyl, or the standard black vinyl is $68.99. Hall & Oates Ultimate Collection is $29.99. Hall & Oates Ultimate Collection. Mars Volta is $59.99. Mars Volta is $59.99. Clutch Music on Vinyl is $38.99. Buck Cherry is $34.99. Their Smash 1999 debut featuring lit up transparent red vinyl, $34.99. Walt Cruz wants a copy of The Cure. I have two of those left if anybody else wants one. We have Pink, Misunderstood. Pink is $29.99. Misunderstood. Weezer, the Teal album. Weezer is $26.99. Bare Naked Ladies, Original Hits, Original Stars, $26.99. 12 of their greatest hits. Bare Naked Ladies, $26.99. Randy Davis wants a Buck Cherry, and so does Walt Cruz. Those are sold out. If anybody else wants one, please let me know. Chrissy Clark wants a Hall & Oates Ultimate Collection. Sold to Chrissy Cole Clark. And Walt Cruz wants a Bare Naked Ladies. You can tell this is a Doug order because Walt Cruz has bought 4 things out of here. Bare Naked Ladies sold to Walt Cruz. And Aretha Franklin, her Ultimate Collection. Now, let me show that, and let me go get the other one first. That one's $24.99 on colored vinyl before you buy an Aretha Greatest Hits. Let me show you the other one we have, and then you can decide which one you want. So Christy got a Hall & Oates. Walt got a Bare Naked Ladies. Doug Jeppesen wants The Cure, sold to Doug Jeppesen. Jason Ivey wants a Weezer. That Hall & Oates isn't the one I just paid for. No, that's a different one. That's a different one that just came available. Jason Ivey wants a Weezer. Now, so we have two different Arethas here. This one says her Ultimate Collection on limited edition colored vinyl. You have Freeway of Love, Thank, the 1989 version. Sisters Are Doing It For Themselves with the Eurythmics and Aretha Franklin. Rolling in the Deep, Aretha's version. Say It, It Isn't, It Wasn't, It Ain't Never Gonna Be with Whitney Houston. Jump to It. Love, All the Way, George Benson, A Deeper Love, Who's Zooming Who, Jumpin' Jack Flash. This looks like more 80s 80s type Aretha, her Ultimate Collection on colored vinyl. This one here has the classic early Aretha. This one looks, not saying 80s Aretha isn't classic either, but this is the stuff I'm more familiar with, like Respect and Chain of Fools and The House That Jack Built and Say a Little Prayer and Seesaw. This is a 2 LP in a tip-on jacket. It is $36.99. That's called Aretha, the Atlantic Singles Collection, 67 to 70. Can you get the Tillman? I'm working on that. So I ordered it and I really wasn't allocated any. That was a very popular release, and when I first seen that, I really didn't understand what it was until I think I ordered it too late. If you really want that and you think you need to get it somewhere else, go ahead, because I don't know if I'm actually going to get any. But if you can wait maybe one more week, I can give you a definite yes or no if I'm going to be able to get it, but that's totally your call. Brian White wants BNL. BNL was Bare Naked Ladies. Can you run through the track list on Hall & Oates? I sure can. That's for Richard Davis. Hall & Oates, Man Eater, Adult Education, Private Eyes, Out of Touch, You Make My Dreams, One-on-One, Say It Isn't So, I Can't Go For That, Kiss on My List, Rich Girl, Sarah Smile, Family Man, She's Gone, and Method of Modern Love. So that is Ultimate Collection, $29.99. I have a MoFi pressing called Rock and Roll Soul Part 1 for $49.99. And then we have a 2 LP called, it's some kind of other Hall & Oates compilation that is $44.99. So right now I've got 3 different Hall & Oates greatest hits. I've got this one, which is the cheapest, the 2 LP, or the single LP MoFi. So Richard said he'll take this one. All right, let's run back through those again. So again on the Aretha, we've got her Atlantic Singles Collection, which is early stuff, all of her singles from Atlantic, which is going to be all of her hits. And then we have an Ultimate Collection, which has some older songs, but like Think, but this is her 1989 version. And then it looks like a lot of other stuff from the 80s, like Who's Zooming Who and Jumpin' Jack Flash with Keith Richards. So that's $24.99. Your pick, and that's on colored vinyl. 1 copy of Bare Naked Ladies left, $26.99. 2 copies of Weezer, the Teal album left, $26.99. Pink, Misunderstood, $29.99. Clutch, self-titled, their debut album, that's on Music on Vinyl, $38.99. Francis the Mute, that's Mars Volta, $59.99. That's glow-in-the-dark, the glow-in-the-dark green vinyl. 2 different Radioheads. This is Kid A, Amnesia. That's the black vinyl. Those are triple LP, $68.99. And then you can have the red vinyl. Is this triple LP? I'm not for sure. I just know that's red vinyl. That's $99. This feels like triple LP. Maybe. Kid A. Radiohead. Tom Petty Echo, $29.99. Honk is $49.99. The Cure is $42.99. And Peter Murphy Deep. Peter Murphy Deep is $28.99. All right. Moving on. Let's go through, I think this bin here is, let's see here. Let me grab a few new more Japanese. Let me figure out our next bin of vintage. Let's go right over here. All right. This has a little bit of everything in it. Let's see what this is. Radiohead is 3LP. Arnold is Chavez will take a Peter Murphy. So to Arnold. So to Arnold. All right, next crate. This is near mint stuff. We have the History of Country Music, Volume 4. $9.99, History of Country Music, Volume 4. Fair and Young, Furlan Husky, George Jones, Roger Miller, Johnny Cash. Riding the Storm Out, REO Speedwagon, $19.99, REO Speedwagon, Riding the Storm Out. Mel Tillis, It Ain't Never. Mel Tillis is $9.99. FM Soundtrack, this is an OG that is sealed, $54.99. FM Soundtrack, $54.99, that is sealed. Quiet Riot, This is some kind of unofficial, $39.99. Is that the same Quiet Riot as, let's see. It's on the Ravers. It is an unofficial, $39.99. That's all I can tell you about it. Quiet Riot. That is $39.99. Preston Rogers is in on the sealed FM soundtrack. Sold to Preston. Wine-Colored Roses, George Jones is $9.99. And the best of George Jones is $9.99. Boston, Third Stage, sealed, $64.99. This one actually don't have any notches out in it. Usually this has some kind of notch or saw mark. $64.99, Boston Third Stage sealed. Next, Japanese pressings. April, we're going to do Boston. We're going to do another Allman Brothers. And we're going to do an Eric Clapton. Is that good with you? Actually, it's Seth's birthday. Is those good with you, Seth? Yeah. He said yeah. Okay. Apple. That's the label, not the band. The name of the band is the Beatles. This is a Japanese press of Abbey Road. And you could eat off this and you would be okay. That's how clean it is. This is a $65 start. The Beatles Abbey Road. It has the original black inner sleeve and it has the Japanese insert with the lyrics. It has a very nice obi. And that is a $65 start. $65 start. The Beatles Abbey Road. Wow. That's an essential. All right, I'll do these other two in just a second. First, what is the Quiet Riot? George, the Quiet Riot is, I don't know what album it is or what it is. It's just Quiet Riot. It's an unofficial. $39.99. $39.99. Randy Rhoads. I'm about to say, doesn't that look like Randy Rhoads? I guess that's him right there. I was about to say, that has to be either him or his look-alike. So that's all we know on that. So John put unofficial. I don't know enough about it to tell you what it is, but so. Preston can have it. Sell that to Preston Rogers. Okay. Abbey Road is a $65 start. John Schneider, Quiet Man. We don't get that one as often. Gold stamp promo, John Schneider, $9.99, an earlier album. The Grassroots, Lovin' Things. I think that's Creed. Speaking of that, we talked about Office characters earlier. I think that right there is Creed Bratton from The Office. Looks like him at least. I knew he was in the band. $14.99. Yeah, there he is. That's him right there. Creed, which isn't even his real name. $14.99. Grassroots. Next is the best of Ella Fitzgerald on Decca Deluxe 2-record set in shrink wrap. $24.99. I've never seen that before. The best of Ella Fitzgerald. Decca 2LP $24.99. Lee Greenwood's Greatest Hits. Sealed $19.99. Lee Greenwood. John Schneider, If You Believe. John Schneider, If You Believe. I don't think we've had that before. $14.99. Is April helping Seth with ABCs tonight? April is half asleep. You look very sleepy. Buddy Holly is $19.99. I've Been Everywhere, Hank Snow, $9.99. This is a reissue, unfortunately, but it's still a cool reissue, of the 13th Floor Elevators, Easter Everywhere, 2LP limited edition colored vinyl. And that is $49.99. 13th Floor Elevators, Easter Everywhere. April doesn't look tired, everybody. I'm just giving her a hard time. She looks wide awake. Allman Brothers, here's our next Japanese record. This is also a $100 start. This one has the obi with it. And believe me, we just got this in from, one of our shipments, but not too long ago, I was trying to buy one of these, and I had trouble finding one shipped for under $100. Allman Brothers, their self-titled debut album with obi. This is very nice. Allman Brothers, there's the obi. It's actually, the obi here is lightly lightly detached. It still holds its place on the cover. There's the insert, and the vinyl's really, really nice, of course. That's a $100 start. So Beatles is $65, Allman Brothers is $100, and I'll do the next one in just a second. I'm trying to keep it balanced here. Ella Fitzgerald, the Platinum Collection, 42 all-time classics. 3 LP on white vinyl, $39.99. That is opened. Ella Fitzgerald, $39.99. Boxcar Willie, Last Train to Heaven. Boxcar Willie is $9.99. The Wilburn Brothers, Cool Country. Wilburn Brothers, $9.99. Deep Purple, When We Rock, We Rock. That is a greatest hits comp, $26.99. G from Ha, Stars and Guests of Hee Haw, sealed, $19.99. The best of ZZ Top is $34.99. Mr. Mel Tillis is $9.99. Mel Tillis. And then here is the really cool reissue of the 13th Floor Elevators. Their self-titled first album, limited edition, also in colored vinyl. When these came in stock, we couldn't get them. They were very desirable. This is $64.99. It is a near mint, slightly used copy. Let me tell the price on this first. $139.99. I think y'all remember when we've sold these. We've never had this one, but go check the prices. I'm talking sold prices for these yearbook comps. This is now yearbook 1984. I think we've had 83 before, and I think 84 came out before 83. These are crazy expensive, and I think they're making them all through the age. So the next time there's one of these coming out as a pre-order, of course, there's awesome tracks on it. This is $139.99 sealed. 3 LP compilation. U2, The Police, Simple Minds, Billy Joel, ZZ Top. I mean, I don't have to read them all. You get the point. But those are that's an amazing comp, and those are getting quite pricey. So Mel Tillis and Sherry Bryce is $9.99. I think there's a lot of people that trying to collect that. Obviously, that set. Most of these, though, are available overseas. They're imports for sure. That's why when they're new, these brand new are already $65. So I'm sure when they go out of print and they don't distribute them anymore, they get pricey. David Howard is at $65 on Abbey Road. $65 on Abbey Road. Mel Tillis is $9.99. The Day That Music Died, that is $19.99. Waylon Jennings. Waylon Jennings is an orange RCA label, $49.99. Dreamin' My Dreams is sealed, $59.99. And Good Vibrations, The Beach Boys, is $19.99. There's the massive track list. Thank you, Craig. If anybody wants that, it is sealed, $139.99. The Very Best of ELO, that is also sealed, $39.99. So you're probably asking why we have some of this sealed stuff in here that's fairly new. It's because we bought a collection from somebody, and this was stuff, a lot of this stuff they bought from us. So I was buying some records back from them. And a lot of this, he either accidentally bought 2 copies, like this. I'm pretty sure he probably accidentally bought 2 copies, and he sold us back the sealed one. This is just a $35 start. This is a Japanese pressing of the history of Eric Clapton. I think y'all are familiar with this because we've sold a ton of U.S. pressings. This is a $35 start for the Japanese press. The vinyl on this isn't top quality. That's why we're not doing like a $65 start on it. This has some sleeve scuffs on it. Is there anything audible in here? Probably not very much. I mean, this side A here looks really, really clean. Side B has an unusual amount of scuffing on it that you won't see on hardly any Japanese pressing. So this is more like, as far as Japanese quality, I'm going to call this VG Plus EX. Steel with Obi insert, very cool. History of Eric Clapton. That's a $35 start. All right, next is Mel Tillis. Your Body is an Outlaw, $9.99. Mel Tillis. Johnny Cash and Waylon Jennings, Heroes, is $24.99. The Temptations' 25th anniversary is $24.99. Marcus King, El Dorado. Wow, I don't think we've ever actually had his stuff. Marcus King is $39.99. Marcus King, $39.99. The Marcus King Band, Carolina Confessions, $49.99. Back-to-back Marcus King, $49.99 and $39.99. And another one, Soul Insight, Marcus King Band, $29.99. I think I special ordered that one for somebody. I actually need to get those in stock. Mel Tillis, I Believe in You, is $9.99. Dry Water, $24.99. Dry Water, Southpaw. And we have Waylon Sings Old Harlan, Waylon Jennings, $44.99. We got to get everybody woke up, don't we, Tanner? It's like we gotta get everybody. I don't know. Do I need to ship everybody a Monster? We're gonna put a Monster in everybody's drink, and I'm gonna say, put this in the fridge, open it up Tuesday about 6:30, and chug it right before you sit down and watch our live record sale. That way, you can be well energized. Where are we on the Beatles Abbey Road? The Beatles Abbey Road is at $68 with Brian White. $68 with Brian White. David, you're out. That's going once, going twice. Looking for a $100 start on the Allman Brothers and a $35 start on Clapton. Let me go through this bin one more time very quickly. Are you ready? The history of country music, REO Speedwagon, Mel Tillis. If you want to know prices, condition, track list, feel free to ask. Mel Tillis, George Jones, Boston. Wayne Heath's at 35 on the Clapton, going once, going twice, going twice, going 3 times on Abbey Road. John Schneider, the Grassroots. Of course, this bin is for anybody that's into country music. If you notice, we've seen, even in-store sales, we've seen just a tremendous decline in country music sales on vintage stuff. I used to advertise that I buy it, like we would take a look at country records, but unfortunately, it's getting very difficult to sell country records. Ella Fitzgerald, Lee Greenwood, and we're in Nashville. We're pretty much right outside Nashville. People's like, you should be able, people have country records for sale, huge collections. And they're like, you're basically in Nashville. You should have no problem selling them. I'm like, it's unfortunately just not selling anymore. Tim Smith is at 70 on Abbey Road. Jack, the ELO is $39.99. $39.99. Courtney, let me get to the Temptations and I will let you know. John Schneider, Buddy Holly, Hank Snow, 13th Floor Elevators, Ella Fitzgerald, Boxcar Willie, the Wilburn Brothers, Deep Purple, Hee Haw, ZZ Top, Mel Tillis, 13th Floor Elevators, price and condition on Ella. So there's 2 in here. There's this Ella collection, which is like more of an OG. It's on Decca. It's in shrink wrap. It's $24.99. Then you have this newer reissue, which is on 3LP white vinyl. It's $39.99. Yeah, we can sell some Buck Owens albums, not all of them. There's like 2 or 3 everybody wants. We can sell Johnny Cash, but not all of them. They won't. There's just a few. And then there's a couple others, but for the most part, the Now Yearbook, Mel Tillis, The Day Music Died, Waylon Jennings. We sell a lot of outlaw stuff. Waylon, Willie, Johnny, that stuff, no problem. Good Vibrations, the Beach Boys. ELO was $39.99. That is new and sealed. New and sealed. Mel Tillis, Johnny Cash, and Waylon Jennings. The Temptations 25th anniversary. Yeah, this is like a greatest hits 2LP. It is $24.99. $24.99. Brian White is at 75 on Abbey Road, and Dallas. This is at $35, going twice, going 3 times. It's not a top copy. It's more like VG Plus EX for Japanese quality. Just like unusual sleeve scuffs. Brian White's at 75, by the way, on Abbey Road. We will make sure Jack doesn't want ELO. And actually, we still have these in the bin, I think. So Tim Smith, I'm going to go ahead and give you one. And Jack, if you decide you want one, I'm pretty sure we still have these in our ELO bin. Tanner will check. But Jack, let me know. You get first dibs just in case we don't. And then Tim Smith, you can have that one. Let's see here. Clapton. But yeah, Abbey Road's going twice, going 3 times, so is Clapton. And then we have the Allman Brothers debut album. We're looking for a $100 start. And then we have Marcus King. We got 3 Marcus King albums. 1, 2, and 3. Oh yeah, Garth Brooks, no problem. Keith Whitley, Alan Jackson, most of Dolly's stuff. I guess I should say more like classic country. I could name them for a long time. Jack passed on the ELO, so give Tim Smith that ELO. But yeah, I'm not outlining all country music, just a lot of it. Mel Tillis, $9.99. Dry Water, and Waylon Jennings. Marcus. Okay, first, Mick asked for a bundle on 13th floor elevators. I normally wouldn't do this, but Mick, if you want both of these, I will take $5 off each one. So 45 and 60. 105 for both of them. 13th floor elevator, color vinyl, official, new reissues. The Marcus King, Dallas, this first one here, El Dorado, $39.99, near mint and shrink wrap. This one is called the Carolina Confessions. It's $49.99. And Soul Inside, another near mint and shrink wrap, $29.99. Okay, Dallas, I'm assuming you're out on Clapton, so I'm going to go ahead and sell this to Wayne Heat for $35, unless Dallas bid and I didn't see it. I will go over the Allman Brothers in 1 second, and I think let's do, let me see where we're at here on Abbey Road. I think we're going twice, going 3 times for a $78 bid. Yeah, 79. Tim Smith is at 79, going twice, going 3 times. Is Dry Water, the 2011 press, Wayne Carr. Dry Water, that's something I don't know anything about. Let me find it again. Dry Water is the 2011. Yeah, it looks like it originally came out in 74. 2011 New Music Records label, $24.99. Brian White's out on Abbey Road. Okay, 79. Going once, going twice. Brian's out. Dallas said he will take all 3 of the Marcus King. He's become quite popular lately. And he's out on Clapton. So sell that. Go ahead and sell this to Tim Smith for $79. And here's the details. And Eddie, I think Eddie asked about this. Eddie, if you want this, you can have it for $99.99 since no one bid. Allman Brothers debut album, gatefold with Obi. Vinyl is pristine, and it has the insert with it. It is on this Capricorn label. That is $99.99. Ella bundle. Same thing, Brent. If you're buying both of these, I will do $5 off the pair. I'm already making bundle deals in part 1. That's okay, though. I do it sometimes. So that was a recap. Eddie Bruce said he'll take the Allman Brothers. All right, sold to Eddie, $99.99. That's a good deal. Like I said, I mean, as y'all know, I can't keep everything, but not too long ago I was hunting one of those, and it's hard to find one for under, I'm talking about shipped, a nice one for under $100. So, okay, anybody else? So Brent Albertson, your 2 Ellas, if you want both of those, that would be $35 and $20. So $55 for both of them. Just let me know if you decide to take them. I'm going to go through another crate of new vinyl. It's 9 o'clock. I was going to pause at 9, but let's make it till 9:30. Did you just roll your eyes, April?
You are making stuff up in your head.
I think April just rolled her eyes because I'm delaying the break. Bob Reiger, you're in Seattle. I hope your flight went well. Bob Reiger said he would be 30,000 feet above us, or not really above us, but somewhere in the skies when we went live. All right, sell him both of these Ellas for $55. Okay, new vinyl, new arrivals for tonight. We've got Licorice Pizza. Guess what? Finally, the red vinyl come back in stock. I think y'all know we've sold a ton of these, and the indie exclusive was red vinyl. We were allocated like 1. Doug may have kept it too. And then we got black vinyl in. Now they've decided to press more red indie vinyl. I don't understand why they do that. I need to talk to some record executives. I could help them out with their business. I guess they know what they're doing. They make millions of dollars, but They do some crazy stuff sometimes. Red vinyl is $39.99. That is Licorice Pizza soundtrack. I don't know anything about the movie, but I know the soundtrack is awesome. $39.99. Licorice Pizza. Close to the Edge is only $28.99. Close to the Edge. Cut from the original analog master tapes. Close to the Edge is $28.99. Blackstone Cherry. This is a new release for Friday. Street date on this is Friday. Blackstone Cherry live from Royal Albert Hall, y'all. Live from Royal Albert Hall, y'all. 2 LP, live, and that is $28.99. Blackstone Cherry. I've got 3 of them on hand. Back in stock this week is Coldplay, Viva La Vida. I think I said that right. That is a single LP. It's a gatefold. Coldplay is $36.99. $36.99 on Coldplay. I've got several of those in stock. That's usually a really good Coldplay seller. Exit Wounds. I think did I get 1 or 2 of these? I got 2 of these. I figured it would sell well, but I didn't know. Official soundtrack to the film Exit Wounds, featuring appearances by DMX, Memphis Bleak, Nas, Redman, 3 6 Mafia, Styles P, and more. First time on vinyl, the Exit Wounds soundtrack. Exit Wounds soundtrack. Gatefold? No, not a gatefold, but it is 2 LP. That is $26.99. Kenny and Billy Underwood. Kenny Heathcock and Billy Underwood wants a Blackstone Cherry. Blackstone Cherry. Sold and sold. I got 1 of those left. Exit Wounds soundtrack. Looks like a hip-hop track list on that. Time and a Word, yes. I brought these back because this is one of those imports that are on sale. Music on vinyl. Time and a Word, yes, with the original UK cover. $28.99 for Yes, Time and a Word. This is a Bowie album that I've never had before. It's one of his studio albums too. This is David Bowie, The Next Day. These are $48.99. David Bowie's first album in 10 years when it had come out. 17 new songs. That's a gatefold. It looks like Heroes, but they slapped a big old white thing on it that said The Next Day. So that's the album. I don't think I've ever got a chance to listen to that. $48.99. David Bowie, The Next Day. We've never had that one either. I don't have one in my collection. I thought I had most of Bowie's stuff. Romeo Must Die soundtrack. Romeo Must Die. That is $26.99. That looks like the same exact hype sticker as Exit Wounds. $26.99. One more recap of this bin. Licorice Pizza is $39.99. That's on red vinyl. Close to the Edge is $28.99. 1 Blackstone Cherry left, $28.99. Coldplay is $36.99. Exit Wounds is $26.99. Time and a Word is $28.99 by Yes. Bowie, The Next Day is $48.99. And Romeo Must Die, the album, $26.99. $26.99. That is another bin of new vinyl. How many more do we have over there? 2 or 3? We had a lot of new vinyl. The track list on Romeo Must Die. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out what the art. Okay. Aliyah, Try Again. Aliyah featuring DMX, Come Back in One Piece. Joe, Rose in a Concrete World. BG from Cash Money, Rollin' Raw, Timbaland, and Magoo. We added again. Aliyah. Am I saying that right? Are You Feeling Me? Destiny's Child, Perfect Man. Genuine, Simply Irresistible, Confidential, It Really Don't Matter. Mac 10 featuring the Comrades, Thugs, Aliyah, I Don't Wanna. Dave Bing featuring Lil Mo, Somebody's Gonna Die Tonight. Playa, Woozy, Dave Hollister, Pump the Brakes. Chante Moore, This Is a Test. Non-Amiss, Revival. Blade, Come On, and Stanley Clark featuring Politics, Swung On. That is Romeo Must Die. Courtney wants one, and so does Dallas Coop. Licorice Pizza. Yeah, Licorice Pizza, I was going to go over those. So, Nina Simone, July Tree. Chris Norman and Susie Quattro, Stumbling In. Sometimes I'm Happy, Johnny Guarani. I think I butchered that one. Bing Crosby and the Andrews Sisters, Ascent to Oct the Positive. I'm not sure how to say that either. Blue Sands, Chico Hamilton Quintet. Life on Mars, David Bowie. Slip Away, Clarence Carter. Seals and Croft, Diamond Girl. Mason Williams, Green Sleeves. Donovan, Barbara Jaggle, The English Congregation, Softly Whispering, I Love You. Sonny and Cher, But You're Mine. My Dingaling, Chuck Berry. Peace Frog, The Doors, Let Me Roll It, Paul McCartney. Johnny Greenwood, Licorice Pizza. Gordon Lightfoot, If You Could Read My Mind. James Gang, Walk Away. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Lisa, Listen to Me. Tomorrow May Not Be Your Day, Taj Mahal, Licorice Pizza. Now, Shane, if no one buys one, you have to. Red vinyl. April, do you want one?
Yes.
April buys a licorice pizza too. She's running quite a tab tonight. Alrighty, where are we at? 9:07. Let's see. Let's see what else I have over here. Let me go ahead and move this here. Shane says, you got Shane off the hook buying one, April.
What did he say?
He said, phew, thanks, April, I'm off the hook. I already own it. Let me knock out a couple more, or at least one more bin here of this new vinyl. This is Loaded, the best of Blake Shelton. I want to do the stuff that there was wait list on, so y'all know what has come in. The best of Blake Shelton is a 2 LP, and we had several people waiting on that one. The best of Blake Shelton, Carlene Rollins, Richard Bedford, and Susie Breedlove. Loaded, the best of Blake Shelton, $28.99, 2 LPs. We also have, I haven't had this actually in stock on new vinyl, I think, since I've had the MoFi pressing. That's Derek and the Dominoes, a.k.a. Eric Clapton. Layla, $59.99. Layla, 2 LP, $59.99. Paul Bill wants a Blake Shelton. I only have one of those, so everything else will be a waiting list. Derek and the Dominoes, and I have ordered a ton of Michael Jackson Thriller. Black vinyl, they're $28.99. We had a bunch last week. Here's the rest of the order. Something that seems like I can't keep in stock. Thriller, $28.99. Odds and Sods, The Who. This is a half-speed master of Odds and Sods, and this is actually Record Store Day UK. Record Store Day United Kingdom. Double LP on red and yellow vinyl. The Who's Odds and Sods half-speed master colored vinyl Record Store Day. That is $48.99. I only have one of those. That is Record Store Day UK. Another Death album, which they put the record in front of the cover, but the name of the album is Leprosy. Death is $24.99. Did you get MJMF? Michael Jackson, maybe, I'm trying to translate his comments. Maybe Mobile Fidelity? Those hadn't come out yet, if that's what you're asking. Tony Doyle wants Death. Odds and Sods was in the U.S. Okay, I didn't know that. And Chrissy Cole Clark wants a Michael Jackson. No, this is just a standard black vinyl remaster. Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab is doing a one-step box, one disc, 33 RPM, that is $100, and those will be out in November. They're probably already pressing those. They're making 40,000 of them. They're probably not pressing them. They're probably getting ready to press them, but they're making 40,000 of them. They're coming out in November. I've never had this John Mayer album. This is Born and Raised. Let me see if I can actually get the title before. This is John Mayer, Born and Raised. Yep, Born and Raised. And also has the CD with it. $44.99. $44.99. And Stevie Nicks, this is a new pressing of Belladonna. Belladonna's $28.99. Bob Riger's off to Portland. See you later. Have a nice flight. Tracks on Thriller. Well, the hits is The Girl Is Mine and Thriller and Beat It and Billie Jean and Pretty Young Thing. I mean, the album it's all hits. It's, I don't know how many millions of copies have sold now. As you see, they're still selling them. Guns N' Roses, this is a single disc version. So we still have 2 LP versions in stock. I figured there'd be somebody want a single disc version. Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. This is $36.99. Some people don't like 2-disc version. This is a single disc version, $36.99. Jason Isbell, The Nashville Sound. This is actually a record store day essential. Natural vinyl with black smoke. Excuse me, with black smoke. I don't know really what that looks like, but Jason Isbell is $29.99. And Delight World Click. World Click Delight music on vinyl, $28.99. Chrissy, if you don't have a Thriller album in your collection, you have to have one. $28.99. Delight is $28.99. Jason Isbell is $29.99. Guns N' Roses single disc is $36.99. Thriller, Stevie Nicks, Belladonna. Tracks, Born and Raised, John Mayer. Tracks, we have Queen of California, The Age of Worry, Shadow Days, Speak for Me, Something Like Olivia. Born and Raised, If I Ever Get Around to Living. Love is a Verb. Walt Grace's Submarine Test, January 1967, Whiskey, 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 Face to Call Home, and Born and Raised reprised. The first to Delight was Kenny Bell. Walt Cruz, I will put you on a waiting list for Delight. You get one. Kenny Bell, you got that one. Walt Cruz, you were next. How much for 2 LP Guns N' Roses? I think they're $30. I think it's almost the same price, $37.99. Let me go check. 2 LP Guns N' Roses. I actually put them on sale one night because I ordered. Yeah, they're $1 more, $37.99 for the 2 LP version. 2 LP gatefold is $37.99. I already got one. Okay, you just claimed one. Okay, my bad. So Kenny Bell. All right, so Jason Isbell, Guns N' Roses, Stevie Nicks, John Mayer, The Who, Michael Jackson, and of course Derek and the Dominoes. Layla. Back to Black. It has Layla on it. And Bell Bottom Blues. And Why Does Love Gotta Be So Sad? Classic album. Thriller. Lindy Berg takes to John Mayer. But say, we've never had that before. Usually when I show a John Mayer title we've never had before, usually 2 or 3 people claim it. I have to order more. The Who. Stevie Nicks. Let me put Thriller with the other Thrillers. Jason Isbell and Guns N' Roses. So 2 LP is $37.99 and single LP is $36.99. All right. So how much on Layla? It is $59.99, Kevin Willis. $59.99 on Layla. $59.99. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break for 30 minutes, and we're going to be back at 9:45. Seth and April are clapping, even though they're not really doing anything. $59.99 on Layla. We'll be back in 30 minutes at 9:45. And when we come back, I have 3 crates of vintage we have not gone through. And we have 2 bins of new vinyl I have not gone through. So 2 new bins of new vinyl and 3 bins of vintage we have not even gone through yet. So as usual, when we come back for part 2, it will probably be all new arrivals and an entire recap of everything we've shown tonight, especially new vinyl. And there's not a lot of vintage to recap, but we'll do that. So that's what we'll do at 9:45. I'm going to go try to find some quick food, like cookout. So Stacy Brown, come back and see us. YouTube on part 2. Yes, we will be on YouTube on part 2. And Tim Smith, if you want a Blake Shelton, please let us know, and I will order you one. I'm probably going to order them anyways because I actually hadn't got this. Oh, yeah. And an entire crate of Japanese vinyl. And that we didn't show during part 1 because we never can get through all the new vinyl. So that's what we're going to do in part 2. Japanese, new vinyl, vintage vinyl. It's all going to be new arrivals. 9:45 is when we'll be back. I'll see you then. Tim Smith, let me know if you want a